Hello, my name is Argenis Rodriguez. From my Materials Science and Manufacturing class, I will be presenting my key lock mechanism. Now, before I start talking about my mechanism, we're going to talk about the manufacturing process behind it. Now, out of the 23 pieces in the mechanism, 18 of them were made with a 3D printer. In specific, the method of printing used was the fused deposition modeling method, or FDM for short. And it is a method of additive manufacturing where layers of materials are fused together in a pattern to create an object. Now, in the picture shown, these are the 23 pieces that went into the key lock mechanism. The cylinder with the 5 holes, which I named key interior, were originally 2 pieces, but I put them together and forgot to record. And in the next image, you can see 5 cylinders that were printed after the picture because of some fitment issues with the original. The first thing I did had to deal with the key cylinder. First, I inserted the main cylinders to make sure that the fitments were right. Now that I fitment checked the cylinders inside of the key cylinder, I checked to see if the key I had printed would work in functioning by lifting them up. Next, I took them out and tried to fit on the keyhole lid to ensure the key could fit through the hole. Next, I started a separate assembly other than the key cylinder. This assembly included putting together the key shell, the key plate, inserting 5 cylinders, as well as 5 springs. This is where my original print fitment went wrong, and I had to print the replacement cylinders on my home printer. Now, before I proceed, I'm going to show a clip of me sanding because the pieces I retrieved from the Rowan 3D printer were really missized and irregular, so a lot of sanding was done in the process before fitment. Next, I combined the 2 sub-assemblies that I was working on, which were the key cylinder and the shroud. Now, all that was missing was the other half of the key shell, as well as the back lid for the key, to ensure that the key cylinder doesn't move back and forth within the shroud. Now that the mechanism is complete, let's watch a video of it in use. As you can see, I am turning the key lid because I did not have a dummy key to show that it needs a specific pattern, but you can see that there is a force stopping the key cylinder from turning, and to fix that you would need the key that I printed specific for the lock to turn it. Now that I've presented my key lock mechanism, let's talk about the real-life applications of this mechanism. Key lock mechanisms provide great security for a low cost. Key locks are a very popular mechanism within the world. Such real-life applications of these are ignition key locks, which are found in cars, as well as locks found on house doors. This was my presentation on the key lock mechanism. Thank you and goodbye.